Bangtan found boys unite.
You heard me.
With the beautiful women and people
Yes.
that make up this fandom right next to us at all times. You heard me. Welcome back to the What You Gotta Say podcast. I'm Nico.
I'm Blaze.
And we are BTS reactors / fanboys who absolutely love Bangtan Soyeon and this fandom.
You heard him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And today we're going to be doing a full review of D-Day the Final, Day 3, everyone. Yeah, that was a great reaction right there, because that is definitely indicative of how we were feeling basically by the end of that Day 3 concert.
Thanks.
Which was an emotional roller coaster to say the very least. We also did a reaction to it, to Day 3. The full reaction is on Patreon. Link is in the description.
Yes. Any
support we get on Patreon helps us to really continue to do what we do. So we thank all of you guys for considering being a sponsor and contributor of what we do here at What You Gotta Say.
Facts.
Let's get into this review, but first and foremost, we gotta talk about a little something that's kind of sad. It's expected, but it's kind of sad. Yoongi, literally a day after, Big Hit chose not even a day after to announce that Yoongi is enlisting in the military. We knew it was coming, but Big Hit could have given us maybe another day to kind of like
finish processing from the concert, the final.
Yes, exactly, Blaze.
Yes.
We were still processing those feelings and emotions we were feeling from the concert, and then all of a sudden it was like a atomic bomb. Boom. Oh yeah, and he's going to the military too.
Bro, like you literally, I remember going to sleep. I mean, after leaving here, going home, going to sleep, just kind of having the concert still on my mind and everything like that, and then waking up and seeing, I think I got it from you first or something like that. It was just like, what? Oh, so this why his emotions was running so deeply, because you got to look at the fact that, number one, this is his last concert. You know, that was his final day. So that can already be emotional, especially if you SUGA and you was seeing how much of a great time he was having, just being able to perform for everybody and give everybody these songs in a major way. It just like, dang.
Yeah, it stung.
It's one of those things. It's like, you could, give
us another day.
Just
another
one
day, man. But it is what it is. We knew it was coming, like I said, but it doesn't get easier. And I have to reinforce this statement. I'm thinking about V for a second here. I'm about to say your feelings are valid. Your feelings are valid, everyone. Please don't try to correct people based on how you think they should feel. Everyone's going to feel how they feel regardless. Some people are like, well, you should be used to it by now, or just get used to it, get over it. That's the wrong communication, okay? Every single member of BTS holds something dear and near to everyone's heart differently. So, like, for example, if you're like a Yoongi bias, this is going to hit a little harder than, let's say, Jin and J-Hope. You know, if you're just straight up, okay, OT7, I don't have no biases, they're all my bias. Every single one of them is going to hit in a major way. You feel me? You can't get prepared for some things. Like, you can't get prepared, for example, like trauma in your life, right? You know death is coming. We all know death is coming. But are we prepared to die? No, most of us are not, right? And that's a big extreme compared to this, because no one's dying. But at the same time, it's like these guys have become family to a lot of us, right? And so whenever a family member goes away, don't we get sad even though we know it's coming?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think it's normal to feel sad. Shout out to Min Yoongi, absolutely, and all the best to him. I know he's going to do an extremely great job, just like Jin and J-Hope have done in the military.
Yes.
So let's get to this review. Shout out to Min Genius, Blaze. I said shout out to Min Genius because our man Min Yoongi strategically placed each guest appearance in a particular order. You may have heard about this. I heard about it on Twitter. I got to share with you guys today.
I heard about it from this guy right here.
Let's talk about it. So the guests were organized by song, and the acronym for each song spells out BTS. So Burn It with JK, B, T for Tony Montana with Jimin, and S, Strange. Definitely on purpose. Very subtle, and honestly, I didn't notice it. Like I said, found out about it on Twitter, but man, shout out to Min Yoongi and the team, bro. Let's get into each performance. Let's just give our review. Again, our full reaction is on Patreon. We lost it so many times. The reaction almost ended so many times. Real talk. We were done so many times. It was just very emotional, but also super uplifting. And we were cracking out, bro. Like, we were up dancing and stuff, man. Definitely a reaction worth checking out if you guys are wanting to support us on Patreon. That comes as a reward and a thank you. But let's dive deeper into day 3 real quick with J-Hope and Jin. I didn't know that this was going to happen. I think, Blaze, you had gotten spoiled, correct?
Yeah.
For this part. I didn't know this was going to happen. And so it came at the part where SUGA is giving credit to J-Hope for coming up with the choreo for, what was it, People Part 2?
Yeah.
So he came up with the choreo, and he was giving a shout out to J-Hope, and I'm like, okay, yeah, this happened last time I watched, right? I'm just chilling. Yeah, I was like, shout out to J-Hope. Man, they panned over to the crowd. I saw J-Hope. I lost my shiz.
He
Bruh,
did.
I lost my shiz, bro, because I was not expecting that. It was like a complete shock. Like, it literally like hit me in the face first and then rippled through my body, and I just got up, bro. Like, I just could not contain myself because I wasn't expecting that, bro. And it's like, I think sometimes in my head, I'm thinking like, when the guys go to the military, they're like gone away. Like, you're not going to see them again unless it's just pictures from the military or something like that. But I got to keep in mind that they're not in prison, bro. Like, they do get days off. I don't know why I don't think that. Because I was like, it's impossible for them to be there. That's what's in my head. It's impossible for them to be there. But he's in Seoul. Of course, there was a chance for them to be there.
Yeah.
But I wasn't thinking that rationally. And so I had no idea he was going to be there. And then, bro, they panned over to Jin, bro. And
well, Jin tried to hide.
Jin was trying to hide.
Jin was trying to hide.
He was trying to be all modest and stuff like that. And the footage we saw, they panned over to Jin, bro, and I was like, wow! I was like just livid. I was so excited, bro, to see them there because, like I said, when you're in this like that, they do feel like family, and family is going away for a little while. So of course we miss them. So we have been missing J-Hope and Jin, and to see them there supporting SUGA like that, that was absolutely amazing. It felt so good. It felt so warm inside as well, and it was like further solidifies this fact that the brotherhood, just because we're separate and doing our things, it doesn't mean we're out of touch with each other. We're very much in tune, very much in touch with each other. We're still the 7 that you guys have come to know and love and admire, and we will always support each other. We're always going to admire each other, and so I absolutely loved just seeing that, bro. The only person that wasn't at this concert was V, but I heard that it was because he was busy, and I just heard this from like the grapevine. I don't know for sure, but he was the only one that wasn't present there. But he wasn't physically present there, but spiritually, of course, he was still present there because they were representing the 7 every chance that they got at this concert, bro.
Yes.
Yeah. So monumental moment, absolutely. Let's continue to mount those moments. Why don't we, everyone?
Let's do it.
Blaze, let's talk about SUGA and RM. Strange. I'll leave this to you.
Strange, man. First of all, Strange is one of my favorite songs from that. It was on
D2.
D2. How did I forget that?
It's okay.
Yeah, so it was on D2, and it is one of my favorite songs. I love that song so much. I loved how both of them played with words on that song, and I loved how they like how RM kind of mimicked some of how SUGA was flowing. And they kind of did the same thing, just said something different. I thought that was dope. The beat is definitely dope. When that song came on, bro, I was just like, oh my God. I'm about to get strange. Well, I'm sorry, I'm thinking about myself.
Hey,
we about to get strange, bro. They have never performed this, and I kept hoping when D2 dropped, even when they was doing the BTS concerts and everything, I was just hoping that maybe they can put that song in there somehow, some way.
Yeah, bro.
And then when it never happened, I was like, damn, we ever gonna get that song on stage? And it happened.
I didn't think it was gonna happen, bro.
I I don't know if I made the guys get up, but I got up.
Yes, he got up
I was
first.
like, yeah, no, I'm not
Yeah.
sitting for this. No, they're about to perform. Strange.
You know what made me
I
get
am
up? You know what made me get up? Because I was gonna let you do your thug thizzle over there, but what made me get up was when I saw RM with the low cut, the sunglasses, looking like he's straight out of Compton. That's when I got up and I'm like, yeah, this is about to be wild. Let me go ahead and move these chairs out the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what caused me to get up, bro.
And then Sugar leaves, and then RM proceeds to give us a unreleased track off his new album that he's currently still working on right now. He's probably one of the most versatile songwriters I know of. Let me replace that. I don't want you guys thinking that I know him like that. I wish I did. That right there, bro, it was so fire, so dope how he did that, bro. Like how he could sit up there and he would play with the beat, like when he's singing to it or rapping to it, and make it seem as though he's gonna be a little off key with this, but it's how that's what makes it art. How he like just display it, how he put it out there. At certain points, I did think was new. He probably, and then he would hit you with a note. I'm like, oh no, he doing that on purpose. That made it even more like genius. I'm sorry, when I hear people like RM music, I always think of like people like Andre 3000 and Music Soul Child and India Arie and Jill Scott. Like these soulful people who just they just want to give you life, realness. Like they're not worried about is this gonna go platinum.
I feel that heavy.
It's gonna be number one on the charts.
Yes.
It's like I already done that. Now I get to just give you what I've really been wanting to give you, and I feel like with RM, that's what he's on right now. I think in this mode right now, he's just taking his time out to push out some of the music he's been wanting to write and put out for a long time. And you can tell, like, even the way that song was structured, it was something different. I've never heard nothing like this on any of the albums, or including his, or
Me
mixtapes.
neither, bro. Me
That
neither.
I was just wowed by it, bro. Like, just really wowed by it. I'm sorry if I'm so long-winded with this, but y'all know.
You're not. You can't say enough about it, my brother. And he did say that this is going to be different. For sure, much different than Indigo. And yes, this song, I agree, is a sign of how vastly different this next project is going to be. Cannot wait for that. Beautifully said, my brother Blaze. And so let's get into this next portion. So this is when the emotions for me in particular began to run a little heavy. At the end of Life Goes On. So he playing on the piano, right, which is always beautiful to hear SUGA, man. Playing these different instruments and singing at the same time. And so I was expecting that and used to that, but then it reverted to the original Life Goes On, and then they began to show all the images of him with the guys. And that started to really stir up the emotions in me. Then we move into SUGA's emotions, full on vulnerability on display, without shame, without guilt, complete courage to show this side of himself. SUGA doesn't cry often.
Nah.
He's cried before, but he's one of the ones in the group that it's kind of be hard pressed to see cry. Kind of like AJJ with us.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. Like AJJ is.
Yeah, he's kind of like our SUGA almost, if you can picture that. So me and Blaze, you've seen our reactions. Hopefully, we've cried on many occasions. Angry cry, ugly cry, soft Bambi in the forest, my mama died cry. All types of cry me and Blaze have done. AJJ has not shed a single tear. Okay, but SUGA is kind of like that in that you don't really expect it. For him to let it all out like that, I had a whole different level of respect for SUGA, man.
Yes.
So he started with Snooze, very emotional song for him and us as well. Then he went on to Dear My Friend, and that song right there just really connected with me because it made me feel like, I should say it made me remember just loss. And I don't really like to be thinking about that on camera because I don't really want to cry on camera. I mean, some people, they're ready just to let it all out on camera, and nothing wrong with that at all. But me in particular, I try not to cry on camera, and I was fighting the tears during that. But the more he was letting it out, the more it started coming out of me, and I just couldn't like control myself any longer, and I kind of lost it as well, because I felt his emotions through the screen clearly, and then I was feeling my own emotions, thinking about, you know, loss in my life as well. And bruh, it was hard. It was a very, very hard moment. But I appreciate it so much. I mean, sometimes you really do have to appreciate the hard things, you know, and you can't run away from them. We do have to, you know, deal with these in a very healthy and mature manner. And I'm so happy and comforted that we got to share that experience with SUGA. We got to go through that with him, that he was so vulnerable in that he trusted us enough to even do that on stage. And I not to say that it was planned or anything, because he definitely couldn't control himself anyway. If he didn't want to do it, it was happening, because he was also trying to fight it as well, right? But it was happening, man. And when you're in a space where you trust and you love people genuinely, it's a lot easier to do that. And I know, just looking at that, I mean, I knew this prior, but looking at that and experiencing that with him, it furthered the evidence that SUGA absolutely loves and trusts this fandom, fam. Like, true love, not fake love, genuine love there, man. Felt that 100%, and it carried on into Amygdala as well. What a beautiful moment.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful moment. I have never seen anything quite like that. Not to say I haven't seen artists express themselves and really just cry on stage, but I haven't seen it done like that. That was something very rare and special. And shout out to SUGA for being one of the realest artists in the world, man. That's all I gotta say about that. I'm starting to get emotional even thinking about that. Whew, man. Okay, let us know in the comments what you guys say thus far. Want to hear what your experience was like for sure. So the last thing we're going to talk about, going to end on a exciting note. Let's talk about the band, Blaze. How was that band working, fam?
Bruh. That band, bruh. So, as you know, Nico went to the concert twice.
Yeah.
I went once. AJJ didn't go, but he watched it multiple times. We have seen it multiple times as well. So we know when it's time for him to introduce that band, it's about to get lit. So being the final day, I decided, you know what, fellas, we gotta get up.
Yeah.
We gotta get up.
You were Mr. Get Up. You were Mr. Get Up for us that night.
Yeah. Well, it was just the final.
Yeah, we had to do it.
We're not gonna get a chance to do this again.
You're right.
And I felt like this particular night that the band was trying to challenge what you got to say. Oh, how hype are y'all really though?
Yeah, bro.
Do y'all really like this band? Like, if you do, well, show us you do. And I think we just had it on our minds to say yes to the competitors and let them know, if you push out the energy, we gonna give it to you equally back.
Yes, sir.
Back, fam.
Yes, sir.
And bruh, when I tell you, they did not come to play.
They did not, bro.
I was like, okay, we know they've been hyped before, but come on, bruh. The guitar, bruh. And the dang-on
Army bomb,
the army
bro.
bomb,
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, bro. That was crazy.
Are you kidding me?
Crazy, son.
And then you got the drummer going crazy. I'm sitting there, oh, okay, so you want to just go even more crazy, huh? Okay, bass man came in, he's fire. Then you got the piano.
Oh, yeah, the keyboard.
The keys.
Mm-hmm.
Even more, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
Then the guy with the guitar piano, I don't know what you call that thing. I always call it a guitar piano.
Okay, yeah, we know what you're talking about.
But I ain't never saw that one. I was like, where this guy come from?
Yeah, right?
This
yeah.
a new.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And then we gets to the dancers.
Oh, yeah, bro. And
and
Yoongi
the
come
DJ.
out. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
And then
oh, my God, yes.
one of the dancers started crumping.
Mm-hmm.
And AJJ said, Blaze,
Get him.
get him.
Let's go.
I don't know what came over me, but I just had to.
He was a man on fire.
I just had to, man. Yeah. And then Yoongi come out.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, settle down. That's the king of swag right there.
Yeah, let him have that.
That's the king of swag right there. Sorry.
Yeah.
And then the DJ, bro, takes us on a whole nother level. Just now becomes like a rave. I don't know if y'all ever went to a rave.
You seen it on TV, I hope, or movies. Yeah,
bruh,
yeah.
It got lit.
Yeah, bro.
It got lit in this building. You heard me? There was people throwing rocks at the window like, calm down.
We was making a lot of noise.
About to jump out the window and just dance on the way down.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? That's just how much this band went crazy on us, bro.
Yep.
Just saying. Shout out to the band.
Shout out to the band for sure, bro.
Everybody, the dancers too.
Monumental moment. Dancers too, absolutely. And each of us, speaking of dancing, each of us had a section where we were going off, like we would get in the center, be like, okay, your turn, let's go. We get in the center, do our thing and stuff, man. It was wild. We were having a wild time, man. So final thoughts really on this concert is it's a 10 out of 10 for me if we're actually ranking. I mean, 5 out of 5 stars. Top tier concert from beginning to end, full of surprises. Absolutely love that SUGA did this for us and also for himself as well, because he genuinely enjoys performing. And shout out to him also for just elevating as an artist right before our eyes, man. From day one, the beginning of the concert to the final day, you see drastic changes, drastic evolution in his performance as an artist, man. And he will never stop. SUGA will never stop reaching for the top, and neither will BTS. That is the spirit of BTS, and we are definitely privileged to be part of this fandom, absolutely. And I loved it to life, man. Absolutely. I have no regrets whatsoever besides that it's over and he's going to be going to the military. That's the only regret I have. Other than that, I have no regrets at all. I loved it. Blaze, what's your final thoughts?
I know you said we was kind of done with the sad parts or whatever, and this really has nothing to do with this. But my final thoughts so far is I'm with Nico. It's definitely a 10 out of 10. It's one of those things that kind of make you reflect on life and how precious it really is. Okay. And though it's not present to, like, they're not going to prison, not in jail, they're in the military. I always feel like certain things should be a choice. I don't know if they really wanted that as a choice, but we know how much they love their country and where they come from, and they respect it. And with that being said, I really appreciated this concert. And it did make me want to talk to you guys. First, I was going to do this on Twitter. But if it's okay with Nico, I just want to express something real quick.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's What You Got to Say podcast. What you got to say. Let's hear it.
Well, hear what you got to say. We've been very vocal about our lives and things like that. So I'm just going to say this. Before the summer started, I kind of been going through a lot. Nico know of it. AJJ know about it. So if you have been seeing me, like, not myself particularly, it's because that's been so much going on. It's just been like back to back to back. And it's like no matter how much I'm trying to fight through certain things, something else just come and hit you in the booty, right? Now, from that, you have not really been seeing me on social medias like that, especially on Twitter. That's like one of my things. I'll go on, leave positive messages and stuff like that. I kind of really been MIA unless you see me on here. Things is getting better. Nico, AJJ, people like my wife, has been a great help during this time. And also BTS and Army. It's one of the reasons why I'm speaking on it right now. I wanted to say thank you because it's really been hard. It's really been hard, and y'all don't. I'm not even gonna get too far into it, but just being able to leave that situation every once in a while so I can get into this world that we created and this positive world that we created. It's been helping. It gives you reason to get up and fight every day. Trust in this fandom and trust in what the guys try to put out for as positivity, positive energy. Like, just trust in the fandom. Trust me. If you're going through something, even the fan base alone, like just some of the beautiful things that we get from you guys puts a smile on our faces, but it also makes like, how amazing is Army.
Right.
You know,
unfathomable.
It's just one of those things. So I just wanted to take the time because things is getting better and I'm learning how to cope with some of these things I've been dealing with a lot better.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to give y'all shout out and say thank you for your help. If you didn't think you was, trust me, sometimes just reading the message or seeing something that y'all put up there on Twitter, you know, it can make your day sometimes, make you laugh, you know. Especially the people within Patreon, y'all don't know how much of a help y'all have been.
Really
like,
is a big help, guys.
One thing I would let y'all know, I was out a job for 4 months. And if it wasn't for Patreon and Nico, and I don't know what what it did, you know.
Yeah, man.
It was a major help.
Thank you for being our contributors and sponsors for real for this thing, man. It takes a lot of work, a lot of time and dedication for sure, man. And I'm glad it was able to help you in your time of need for sure, Blaze.
And with all that, I miss y'all. Like, you haven't seen me on Twitch. I started a new job. The hours are different. It will cause me to have to be here late. The guys can't wait on me that long.
Yeah, right.
But I miss y'all, man. I wish I can't wait to get back to Twitch. You know, like, that's one of my things. I want to be able to talk with y'all, or at least experience the things together, or answer questions right off back, you know. So I'm just expressing this because SUGA expressed his feelings. And it made me say, you know what, I need to go ahead and just let people know what's been going on, just in case y'all been wondering, or if you see me look lost sometimes, it's just probably too much on my mind at that particular time, you know. So I love y'all to life. I love you, BTS. I love you.
Love you too, my
Nico,
brother, for sure.
HJJ, Mika.
Yeah.
My wife.
Watch your fam.
The fam.
Yeah, for sure.
Kids. Y'all little bad kids.
Yeah, little
y'all
baby
know
kids.
I love my kids, but y'all know I be they bad.
They bad.
But now they not bad. They just expensive. But I appreciate everybody, you know, especially during these tough times. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Thank you so much, fam. Love you guys to life. This is What You Guys Say, the What You Guys Say podcast. Thank you for checking this out. And hey, shout out to you guys. If you watched the whole video, hashtag real ones know.
Yes,
the comments, hashtag real ones know to let us know you watched the whole thing. We out of here, y'all. Peace.